Good afternoon, everyone. It's always great to be the last speaker between everyone going home and being here. My name is Denis Collins. I'm the CEO of ActionZero. I'm also here with Siona Daly, who's our consulting services executive, who will also be speaking. The company I lead is called ActionZero, and we decarbonize heat with high temperature heat pumps. We're delighted to have won the award for Product of the Show as well as Best Innovation. And we're very honored by SEAI to receive this. And we also want to congratulate all the other nominees and all the other people that were here in this great energy hub that we're building in Ireland. So very quickly, what I'm going to do is take you through the history of our company and a bit of our product, and then Siona's going to take over and talk about the actual solution where we won Product of the Show, as well as some other solutions in our portfolio that are gaining traction in the marketplace. So I'll start now. So what we basically do is we decarbonize heat, put it simply. So who we are, this is the history of who we are. We're a product of a merger. So there were two companies, one company called Straight Line Solutions, which was a technology-based engineering firm, and another consulting commercial company called Energy Services. Both long-term Irish-based companies, both long-term Munster-based companies in the Cork Kerry region. And we merged the two. And the reason why we did that is we took a technology-based business, the kit, the yoke, as we might say, that could do the high-temperature heat pumps, and we took another business that had very strong commercial and consulting skills. And when you bring them together, it's very powerful. I'm a former executive with IBM, and one of our go-to-market strategies would always be to have a kit, and then you layer services around it, and you put it in. And once the market opportunity is there, you can move things quickly. So now we have a very strong technology that has global patents that gives high temperature and heat. And then we also have consulting and services and financing that we can put around it. So we found that a very powerful solution. Company's moving very quickly. We've quadrupled our size, and we're seizing a lot of market opportunity. So that's kind of the history where we are from a company. What we basically do is we decarbonize heat. We can eliminate the fossil fuels and carbon emissions. We could do it seamlessly in a plug and play, and we handle it in a turnkey and the integration and the aftercare. And we could do it with minimal retrofit. So for hospitals and buildings and certain sites that they can't shut down, they can't have disruption, banks, things of that nature, we can do it without disruption and do a plug and play. Take the carbon out, put our technology in, reduce the carbon, and we're still providing hot water, heat, and chilling on demand. Multiple outputs, and we reduce their energy uses by up to 70%. This gives a little more specifics now to the next level of some of our results and along our journey. We had our mergers we talked about. We've announced a partnership with the Bond Secure with our AZH, or ActionZero healthcare offering, which is dedicated and designed to the healthcare business industry. We're commissioning right now in Tralee, and once that moves on, we're going to be working with the rest of the Bond Secure hospitals all across Ireland. And the next move, all going well, they have the 100 hospitals in the United States, and we might move that when that's moving along. We also announced a €15 million partnership with Kepac. We're working right now in their Athleague location for a €2.3 million deal. And once that's all done and commissioned over the next 60 days, we'll be moving across a lot of the other sites. We established our R&D manufacturing facility in Tralee, so our corporate headquarters is in Cork. Our R&D and design and manufacturing is in Tralee, and we're very proud of that. We also won the Green Technology Award last month in the Green Awards in Dublin, and we won the awards here at SEAI. So what I would say, what we're proud of, we hit the 3 or 4 major areas of what's important to the SEAIs of the world, the IDAs, the Enterprise Irelands. We're all about sustainability. We're all about regional jobs. We're all about R&D and building the kit in Ireland, and we're all about also selling and installing in Ireland, but also global exports. So just like a lot of other companies here, we are a poster child for the type of things that we want to do for the energy sector. We're very, very proud of that, and we have a passion. In addition to all of that, is we have a passion for wanting to make a difference for the planet. This gives you a high-level feel of our portfolio. ASEAI is ActionZero Industrial, so those for the high-end production areas. The AZH is designed for healthcare, hospitals, nursing homes, as well as hospitality like hotels. And AZE is designed for enterprise, banks, public sector, things that might only have a need for domestic hot water and heat solutions. The portfolio is growing quickly, and we're hitting a lot of different clients in this marketplace. Kind of talked about this already, why it stands out. It's a patented technology, and we have the ability to do high temperature heat pumps, which is something Minister Ryan talked about yesterday. That means one of the important strategies that we need to implement in Ireland as a solution, but also as commercial business to export outside Ireland. So that's very important. We have some global patents on that. System integration, we provide a turnkey solution, which a lot of clients really need. Operation and maintenance, aftercare, and an analytics package. And we bring that all together in an integrated manner. This is one of the case studies where we won our award. It was in the food and drink sector. The challenge is we were going to reduce the dependency on fossil fuels for heat requirements, reduce carbon emissions, deliver cost savings, and have no disruption. One of the key things that our technology does is you have a lot of cost avoidance because you don't have to do retrofit, mechanical changes, fabric changes, as well as the disruption to the building or to the business you're dealing with. It could be a bank, it could be a hospital, it could be a nursing home. They don't have the flexibility to be able to move the people out of the building. So our solution is a plug and play. So that was the challenge, and the objectives that our solution hit those objectives. And what I might do now is I'll pass it over to Sheena as our consulting services executive and one of the leaders in our business, and she'll take you through in a little more detail on the case studies.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so the solution in this meat industry, this is where the AZI was installed. And basically, you're talking a large thermal load, so 1,400 kilowatt thermal load and supplying at 90 degrees hot water to the system, meaning that you have a 370 kilowatt electrical load. The refrigerant was ammonia, so it's a bank of compressors, so it's different stages of compression, obviously, in terms of getting up to that high temperature requirement. So there's ammonia as the refrigerant for the low stage, and the R1234 ZE for the high stage. Basically, one of the unique selling points of an EscoPod is that it's a multi-pipe system, so it can supply, it has various outlets, so it has in this case, it had an outlet of 50 degrees supply for one of the processes in the plant. It had 65 degrees for another process in the plant, and it had a 90-degree supply as well. And it's continuously supplying to those 3 different circuits, meaning that you have a really high COP. We also had some thermal storage as well incorporated into the design. So this is a picture of what it looks like. So you can see there's a big steel frame. You've got your bank of compressors on the ground level. And then on the higher level, then you have your fans, your condenser fans. So that's our a meat processing plant that's currently being commissioned. And just some of the results from that site, over 9 million kilowatt hours of energy saved, 3 kilotons of CO2, and 401,000 euros per annum saved as a result of that project. So the scale of the savings is incredible. And I guess what I'd like to say is, especially on the AZI side of the business, that's a very established business. Straight Line Energy, who formed part of the merger 2 years ago, have been in the business for about 20 years. So we do have a lot of installed capacity around with demonstration sites. So moving on from that then, we had our industrial tried and tested technology. We have the capabilities, the design, the geniuses that patented the technology, and we then saw an opportunity with the commercial space in Ireland. And one of our projects, which is currently being commissioned as well, is in the Bon Secours, as Denis mentioned. The client obviously is the largest independent hospital group in the country, and the objectives was to support the delivery of their sustainability targets. So just like the public sector have their 2030 targets, a lot of private companies are also taking those targets as well and applying them to their own business. They want to deliver carbon energy savings, they want to deliver cost savings reductions, and they want to deliver it without disruption. So in the case of a hospital group, they can't afford to move patients out of hospitals to do deep retrofit. They can't afford to be switching out radiators for larger surface area radiators or taking out air handling units that may or may not be end of life and replacing them with lower temperature supply heat sinks. So this solution, the EscoPod, which can deliver high temperature hot water to the same central heating system, is a really unique selling point of the design. So in this hospital solution, the EscoPod has 3 outputs. It's supplying space water or low pressure hot water to space heating at about 75 degrees. It's supplying a domestic hot water circuit at about 65 degrees, but it's also supplying chilled water to the chilled water circuits. So all of a sudden we have 3 outputs. That's why it's called a multi-pipe system. We have 3 outputs for the same compressor input, so that gives us a really high COP. So essentially, the project impacts are expected to be 63% CO2 savings on this site, 71% reduction in fossil fuel, over 2 million kilowatt hours a year, 52% reduction in heating costs, a cost avoidance because they don't have to do the deep retrofit, they don't have to do all the external wall insulation, the attic insulation, the glazing retrofit, they don't have to change out every air handling unit, every radiator. Cost avoidance of €12 million, and a return of investment, a simple payback of just under 4 years for this client. So absolutely, we're delighted to win the product of the show. We've also won the innovative product category as well, and I really truly believe that we will be seeing more and more high temperature heat pumps going forward as a solution to hitting our 2030 targets. We're just a standout here just behind this wall, G7, literally where the coffee dock is, we're behind it. So if anybody wants to come and talk to us after about potential applications of the EscoPod, please do. All right, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Fitzgerald from Ecological Building Systems, and we're delighted to receive the Best Service Provider Award this year for our one-day course on breathable solutions to thermally upgrade traditional buildings. So the traditional building side of that is kind of what's important to us. As a company, we've been selling low-carbon building materials for years. So we've been importing things like wood fibre or calcium silicate, which is basically aerated lime, and products like cork lime, thermal plaster, hemp, sheep wool. So we're really trying to lead the sale and supply of natural building materials in Ireland for the past 20 years. And it became really apparent through learning about these products and having an understanding about their technical characteristics that they're highly suitable for older buildings because they share a lot of the same characteristics as an old clay wall, for an example. So a product that might contain some clay is obviously going to have a lot of enhanced ability, the same as what you might find in an old clay wall. Or likewise, an old stone wall, it doesn't seem very intuitive to do something like put a petrochemical-based insulating board against an old stone or brick wall that may be lime rendered. So over the years, as we've learned the technical characteristics of our products and understood how technically compatible they are with older buildings in terms of things like breathability or hydrothermal safety, it became clear to us that there was an element of training involved. So with that in mind, we set up our one-day course, whereby we plan to give design professionals, specifiers, architects, the opportunity to learn about the products from first-hand experience, because a lot of the time, working with the pen on the paper is not enough to visualize some of these benefits. So we bring them to our facility in Atboy. We have a centre of knowledge there, and on the day we employ professional lime plasterer to carry out some practical examples of the installation of some of these technical products to show how they're very simple. and to take the mystique away from them, that they're not very difficult. And in fact, most of the plasterers, or most of the people we've had through the building have been architects, and on the day they've had an opportunity to lime plaster, cut wood fibre boards, and in some cases even set fire to things just to show them that they work really, really well. But yeah, so we've been enjoying it and it's been very successful and the feedback has been great. So it's been lovely to win an award at the SEAI Energy Show and we're very honoured and grateful. So I didn't have anything prepared for today and mine is short and sweet. So thanks for listening to me.
My own name is Alan Bambrick. I'm Business Development Manager with Soil and Water. And yeah, I'd like to thank SEAI for the opportunity to attend here today. We're delighted to win product of the show. So our product is Hydrovar, which has been in continuous production for just over 30 years at this stage. It's a pump controller, predominantly, that's easily retrofittable to existing booster sets and also to submersible pumps. It's available as a standalone retrofittable unit, or also it's available as part of a package pump set, and you can get it in a set up to 8 pumps. It's single phase from 1.5 to 4 kilowatts, and 3 phase from 1.5 to 22 kilowatts. The inputs are both 4 to 20 and 0 to 10 volt. We have these units installed in schools, hospitals, commercial building services for many years, and yeah, we'd like to think we get great feedback with them. We've really got payback up to the likes of 22 kilowatts. We can get payback for as low as half a year. So yeah, we'd like to thank everyone for the opportunity to attend. And yeah, as previously, I kept it short and sweet. Thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Sattel. I'm the Commercial Industrial Manager for HVAC. We're Ireland's oldest traditional heating, ventilation and air conditioning wholesaler. We've been in the business for 48 years and we're delighted to be here at the SEAI Energy Show and to accept this award on behalf of Maxa, our heat pump manufacturer. We're the main supplier for in Ireland, and it's our I-290 product, which is a natural refrigerant-based product which gives you a high-temperature, low GWP heating solution for new builds and retrofit products. So it's really great for us to win this award with such a new product, sustainability in mind, with the support of our traditional customer base and our local authorities and the other businesses that are here represented at the show. It's fantastic for us to achieve this award, and we're delighted to accept it today from the SEAI. To give you some of the facts on the product, it's a low GWP refrigerant which is supplying high temperature water. So it'll work with your existing heat emitters or with full system separation and retrofit market as well. So it's just, again, I had nothing prepared for this award today, as you might hear from me rambling, but it's a natural refrigerant gas. It's available from HVAC, and we'd be delighted to speak to you at our stand if you have any questions or queries, okay? Thanks very much, everybody.